8 hours is a useful rule. It is not a law of nature. That is the first myth we need to fix. Many people treat 8 hours like a magic switch. Hit the number and you are healthy. Miss the number and you are broken. Sleep science is more nuanced than that. Most adults do best with about 7 to 9 hours. That means 8 hours sits in the middle. It does not mean every adult needs the exact same amount. The old 8-hour idea also has a social history. One famous 19th century slogan divided the day neatly. 8 hours for work. 8 hours for recreation. 8 hours for rest. That slogan shaped modern expectations powerfully. But it was not a perfect biological discovery. It was also a cultural ideal. Industrial schedules strengthened the idea later. School time strengthened it. Electric light strengthened it. Clock-based labor strengthened it. So the modern sleep rule is partly social, not just scientific. History gives another surprise. In some pre-industrial settings, people often slept in two parts. Researchers describe first sleep and second sleep. People slept for some hours. Then they woke for a while. Then they returned to sleep. That does not prove everyone should do that now. It does prove one uninterrupted block is not the only human pattern. Modern life shaped our expectations strongly. Now let us bring in the science. Sleep is driven by two big forces. The first is circadian rhythm. That is your internal clock. It helps decide when sleepiness rises and alertness returns. The second is sleep pressure. That pressure builds the longer you stay awake. Together, those systems shape when sleep works best. That is why timing matters, not just total hours. A badly timed sleep can feel worse even if the number looks fine. Sleep cycles matter too. But the internet often oversells perfect 90-minute cycles. Real sleep is messier than that. Across the night, people move through lighter sleep, deeper sleep, and REM sleep. Those stages change across the night. Late sleep tends to contain more REM. So cutting the night short does not just trim minutes. It can steal important stages linked with mood and memory. Individual variation is real. Some adults feel good closer to 7 hours. Some need closer to 9. Age matters. Genetics matter. Illness matters. Training load matters. Pregnancy matters. Mental health matters. Shift work matters. Recent sleep debt matters too. True natural short sleepers are rare. Most people who brag about 5 hours are simply adapted to feeling below their best. Feeling used to something is not the same as functioning optimally. Children usually need more sleep than adults. Teenagers usually need more sleep than adults too. Many teens do best around 8 to 10 hours. School schedules often work against that biology. Older adults may sleep more lightly. They may wake more often. But that does not mean they no longer need real rest. Now let us settle the quality versus quantity debate. Quality matters a lot. But quality does not erase quantity. 5 hours of deep sleep is still usually not enough long-term. On the other side, 9 hours in bed is not automatically restorative. Sleep apnea can break sleep. Pain can break sleep. Alcohol can break sleep. Repeated waking can break sleep. The best frame is simple. Quantity creates the opportunity for recovery. Quality decides how much recovery you actually get. Timing decides how efficiently the brain uses that opportunity. Short sleep is linked with real problems. Alertness drops. Reaction time slows. Mood suffers. Error risk rises. Glucose control worsens. The heart and blood vessels feel the strain. Long sleep is trickier. Studies sometimes link very long sleep with worse health. But long sleep can be a marker of other problems. Depression can matter. Illness can matter. Low activity can matter. Fragmented sleep can matter. So do not oversimplify that finding. One overlooked factor is regularity. If bedtime and wake time swing wildly, you can feel off all week. That is social jet lag. Weekday obligations and weekend catch-up start fighting each other. A stable schedule often helps more than people expect. Morning light helps too. Late caffeine can hurt. Naps can help with short-term sleepiness. But naps do not fully replace chronic night loss. Trackers can estimate sleep. They can be useful. They can also create unnecessary anxiety. So, what is the practical takeaway? 8 hours is a good rule of thumb. It is not a universal command. Most adults should think in the 7 to 9 hour range. Then ask a better question. Do I wake fairly refreshed? Can I function through the day without constant rescue from caffeine? Is my sleep regular, reasonably timed, and fairly restorative? That is a more useful target than worshipping one exact number. If you want the next explainer, watch the video on how screens and late light delay sleep. That is where many sleep problems actually begin. Let us make this practical with real-life examples. A healthy adult who sleeps 7.5 hours may be completely fine. If that person wakes refreshed, stays alert, and functions well, the number works. Another adult may need closer to 9 hours during heavy training or illness. A teenager waking at 6 for school may not be lazy. They may simply be underslept. A night shift worker may need strategy more than guilt. Blackout curtains can help. Light timing can help. Planned naps can help. A parent of a newborn may not hit a perfect target at all. Recovery and consistency become the goal there. That is why sleep advice must fit the person. One more myth needs to go. Caffeine is not sleep. Willpower is not sleep. Productivity hacks are not sleep. Meditation can help calm the mind. It still does not replace lost sleep night after night. The same goes for weekend catch-up. Sleeping late once can reduce acute sleepiness. It does not erase a whole week of poor timing and short nights. So stop chasing perfection. Start chasing adequacy, regularity, and timing. Aim for a schedule you can repeat. Get light in your eyes in the morning. Avoid heavy stimulation late at night. Notice whether your body gives you the same sleepy window each evening. When you miss that window often, sleep can become harder. That is another reason the exact number can mislead people. You can hit 8 hours and still feel wrong if timing is chaotic. You can hit 7.5 and feel solid if timing is stable. The better question is never only how long did I sleep? The better question is, did my sleep actually support my life today? If not, the answer may be duration. It may be apnea. It may be alcohol. It may be stress. It may be timing. The number alone cannot tell the whole story. If you want the follow-up, watch the next video on how to fall asleep faster without wrecking your schedule. That is where sleep quality and timing finally come together. There is one last trap in the 8-hour myth. People use it to judge themselves harshly. They wake after 7 hours and assume failure. They sleep 8.5 after stress and assume something is wrong. Bodies are not machines with one fixed setting. Need can shift across seasons and demands. What matters is the pattern over time. If you are always sleepy, something needs attention. If you are sharp, steady, and healthy, the exact number matters less. That is why sleep medicine cares about function as well as duration. Can you think clearly? Can you stay awake when needed? Can you regulate mood reasonably well? Can you recover from normal life? Those questions tell a bigger story than one neat number. So keep the rule, but hold it lightly. 8 hours can guide you. It should not rule you. Use the range. Use the science. And use your own daytime functioning as part of the answer.